Alright, I've been trimming my limbs up. These are some brush tops I'm gonna sink out there in the lake. I'm gonna do a video on that also. What I like to do is these gum trees, that's when those bass will stay on. I trim them up where there's just a few limbs. Bass don't need much. And then out from them, I put those cedar trees, because that's where the bait will get in, the shad and the brim and stuff like that. And I put them gums out 20 yards away from it, and they'll hold in those gums and try to catch those bait fish feeding out of that. Most people just put one brush pile. I do a bait fish brush pile and then one for the bass. A lot of people don't even know to do that, so that's why I'm sharing this. It's a pretty cool idea. It works well. So this is the first step of it. I'm down here in the woods cutting these things down. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Christmas Eve out here. I'm going to go out here and sink some brush tops. I'm going to do some for bass today. I do some for crappie sometimes, but today it's going to be bass fishing brush tops. I'll show y'all kind of how I do this, so y'all be sure and stick around. So that's what it looks like going out. I can't go out real fast, but it's just the first round of the brush top sinking, so I'm gonna show y'all kind of how I do it as far as the depth and all that goes. All right, guys, this is a setup here. I do cedar trees for bait fish. What I do, and I'll show you on this graph here in a second. Cedar trees I'll put up on, you know, we got a hump here. I've already sunk some brush, but I got to make room so I can film. I'll put up on the flats, I'll put these cedar trees out in the middle of the flats to hold the shad and the brim and bait fish. And then when you come over to the edge, I'll drop something like this. Now, like I say, this is for bass or crappie or whatever, but bass don't need much. Bass don't need like crappie a real thick cover. Matter of fact, that's plenty of cover right there for a bass just to get up against. But anyway, let's look at this graph and I'll show y'all kind of what I'm talking about. Right there's some brush I've already sunk right there at the edge. See how I put it right at the edge of that drop off? There's some shad right there in a ball. All right, we're fixing to come up on it here in just a second. Here we go. We're coming up it, and when it flattens out, I'm gonna put it right up on top of this bait fish one right there, up on top of this hump. Right in here. Looks like I've already got one close to right in here. But I've already put one on that hump right there. See how it is? And then it's probably going to drop back off. There's another brush top I've put out here. See, there it drops back off again. See how I got it up on that flat? Then we're going back up on another ridge. And then we're out here on this flat. I just drop it over like that. Down she goes. I'm going to drop this on the other side of the drop off. Catch them out. I'll just set it over like so. I sunk a lot of brush right here on this ridge. I got another spot over here. I'm gonna go sink it. But anyway, you put the brick at the bottom and then the styrofoam little floaty up top, and that way your tree will stand up. Works really well. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to show you about how I sink the brush out here. If I do a crappie when I get a bushier bush for the bass, it doesn't take much. Bass will get around anything. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna move on to the next spot. Thank y'all.